Welcome back to Badass Conjure, my people. Welcome to the 8 people in the chat. What's up, Vashante? I'm sure my wrench gang is in the building. Appreciate you all. Let's get it, y'all. What's up? So, y'all, today we're going to talk about how a Narc'n man's trash is a normal man's treasure. Welcome, Jamina, Angela, Rose Little, and Jeanette Marie. Appreciate you all. So, I felt the need to do this video for a lot of my clients, for the people that I deal with, people that I counsel, and all of these beautiful, powerful women out here who have been misled, lied to, and devalued by these Narc'n ass men out here, okay? And I do want to acknowledge, that I know that there are female narcissists and a lot of men deal with that, but I'm about women's empowerment over here. So if you can take what I'm saying and relate it to your own situation, being a male, it's the same situation. But if you need to hear this from a man's perspective, I recommend Associates Direct. Go over there and listen to Quinn. Okay? Quinn is A1. So what y'all know about these Narc'n ass men out here? See, I think that a lot of, these powerful women, you lose your power to these men who don't have any power. You lose it giving everything away to them and not getting anything in return. But at the end of the day, welcome Divine Discoveries. At the end of the day, you guys, I just really need y'all to really understand why the narc chose you to begin with. Okay? I got my wine, y'all. I got me some peach pie wine from Oliver Winery. It's really good. It's an apple wine with natural peach flavors. I invite you all to join me, encourage you all to join me. Broke a nail, but they grow back. But I encourage you guys to join me and to participate. You know what I'm saying? And I also invite anyone who feels that they would benefit from having support while you're going through dealing with a narc or getting over dealing with a narc. Join me on BadassWitch Exclusive for our private support group. And the link should be in the description. And if it's not in there now, it will be in the description when this live stream ends. Okay? Rose Little, yeah, honey. This is why I teach magic, and this is why I teach people how to recognize these narking ass men out here. Um, because a lot of times you do have to use magic. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times um, you know, you just need to. The thing is that I'm concerned about is that these women don't realize their worth. And and it could have been that you were very dynamic and powerful and ambitious. You could have had a lot going for yourself when you got involved with these people, and not just in the capacity of a lover or husband, a spouse, or boyfriend, girlfriend, but also in the capacity of your parents or anyone that you have allowed to devalue you and cause you to forget who you are and to forget your worth. Okay. Let me remind you of Halle Berry and Beyonce and all these other beautiful, powerful, strong women out here who have been cheated on, okay, who have been disrespected and disregarded and discarded by narcissists, okay? Just think about it. You know what I'm saying? Think about the men that these women were with. Did they deserve these women? Were they good enough for these women? Think about it. Because I want you to remember yourselves. I want you to remember yourself. Remember who you were before this person started telling you that you didn't deserve love, started to make you feel like you didn't deserve love, started to make you feel like you were less than who you were when you met them. You knew you were on your way to being your best self, to living your best life. Somewhere along the way, you got sidetracked. Somewhere along the way, you got distracted. The narcissist was in your life for specifically that purpose. And we're going to go deeper on the spiritual implications of this narcissist coming into your life. Okay. It's deeper than y'all think. It wasn't a random meeting. It was not. It was quite by design. Okay. And the reason why they targeted you was because of who you are. Okay. Narcissists target, people who have a very bright light within them, people who are filled with love and compassion. You know what I'm saying? People who are patient, people who are understanding, who are generous. You know what I'm saying? People who are filled to the brim with the fruits of the spirit, because they know that you are the one who can first give them the best A1 supply of life force and energy that they need. And they admire you for all of your God-like qualities. Okay. And so understand that. And like I said, take these other beautiful women that people look up to as icons of beauty and understand that these women have also been discarded, dismissed, disrespected by the narcissists. Okay. So the reason why I make that point is because I want you to understand that it's not about you. Okay. Because a lot of people, most of the world is narcissistic in nature. So if you talk to most people about your situation, being a woman in a situation, and say it's just not working out with your narc, and you want to move on, you want to have something better, most people will say, oh, she can't keep a man. No, those people are narcissistic in nature. There will be women who will say that and men who will say it. If your relationship with a narc doesn't work, they'll say you can't keep a man. But the fact is that the narc can't keep you. They can't afford you. Okay. They can't afford you spiritually, mentally, or emotionally. They are emotionally bankrupt. So they come to the table with nothing, and they expect you to fill them up. And because you are because you draw your power and your energy from source, because you are still connected to the source, which is why your light is shining so brightly, which is why they are so attracted. You can replenish them and then go back to source to refill yourself. Now, am I recommending that? Hell to the no. Okay? Because quite frankly, they don't deserve it. Okay? I will tell y'all a revelation that I've had, and I haven't completely unraveled it yet, And it does have to do with these types of situations and relationships. And it really is I'm kind of conflicted with it, because I'm not exactly sure how to, what conclusion I should come to about this revelation that I've had, as far as, these angelic beings, these angelic empathic beings being, connected intimately, energetically, synergistically with these demonic people. Now, being demonic only requires that you are empty of the spirit of the Most High, okay? Which means there's just darkness and there's emptiness, which is why you look into the eyes of a narcissist, you're going to see nothing but that black hole, because that's the window to their soul, and that's what's in there, okay? Unfortunately. But I want you to remember who you are, because what they're doing is they're projecting all that darkness onto you, while simultaneously sucking up your light and your life force and your love, your beauty, your youth, your energy, the very energy you need to just get up and walk around and clean your house, okay? To take care of yourself. They are literally sucking that up. And this is why you're so tired. This is why you never sleep. This is why you never feel like you get enough rest, because you are being, all of your life force energy is being extracted from you, okay, by someone who is insatiable. So no matter how much you give to this person, they will never be satisfied, and you will never get anything in return. So it's a very fruitless situation to be in for an angelic empathic being, regardless of how much you can go to source and replenish your light. You don't want to waste, you don't want to cast your pearls to the pigs. Okay, you do not want to waste that divine light on someone who cannot benefit from it. Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all about my revelation that I had, and it's regarding long suffering. Okay, and but like I said, I just want you guys to remember who you are, and to to understand that these people have not taken away your power. They've just taken away your ability to see yourself clearly. Okay, so when we remove these people, this shadow, this dark cloud from over your life, then you can clearly begin to see yourself again. I mean, instantly your energy will begin to replenish itself, because it's not you. The problem, you are not the problem, and the problem is not you. Okay, welcome, Happy Lux, and everyone that just joined the chat. You are not the problem. Okay, so like I said, I take these other beautiful, powerful women who have been treated this way. It had nothing to do with how beautiful they were or how powerful they were. Those things were the very things that attracted that narcissist to you. So when you let them go, you will get your beauty back. You will have your power back. You will have all of those things will be restored to you, and you can go out and continue to live and continue to love. Okay, you can have your life back. And I know it's hard to be able to see that at the moment, because you're in it, okay, or you've just gotten out of it and you can't quite figure out how to begin to get over it. Okay, but the only way over it is through it. Okay, so let us go through it together. Okay, let's unravel this. Okay, let's unravel this dark ass energy that has been suffocating us all. Let's unravel it. Okay, let's cleanse it with some sage smoke. Okay, let's party it away. Okay, with some positive energy that's gonna just blast all that away. Okay, because it's not you. You're not the problem. None of what happened to you was your fault. These people are afflicted in their spirit. Okay, they are they are mentally, spiritually, and morally bankrupt, and so they are just bad people. Okay, they represent evil in this world, just like you represent the light in this world. You represent the energy, the power of the Most High. So when you appear in your countenance with all of your light and all of your beauty and glory and all of your power, you are representing the Most High, representing the Most High, and they are representing that which is not of the Most High. So you're going to clash. Okay, you're not going to mix. Okay, you're oil and water. Okay, it's not going to mix. It's not meant to mix. But a lot of These relationships come together in order for the angelic being, for you both to work out your karma. Okay, so we're going to go deeper into that. I want to show you how you're working out your karmic debts dealing with these people, because see, I know it seems to now the narcissists themselves, they don't have any rhyme or reason for the things that they do. They really don't. But the that there is there is a method to the madness, and there is a reason why you came into contact with these people. Okay, because I want you to understand that the Most High is not cruel. Okay, and Most High is perfect in his ways. Okay, so just because you don't understand it at the moment does not mean that like you're just being cursed, or you just had this unlucky happening, or you know that it's just messed up that all of your life you've been dealing with narcs. Because most of you who are empathic in nature, I know for a fact that all of your lives you have been dealing with narcs. Okay. And the reason why is because, you know, these people were specifically placed in your life for the sheer purpose of, you know, distracting you from your purpose here, your spiritual, very important, divine spiritual purpose here. They were put here as your parents, your sisters and brothers, your bosses, your neighbors, your lovers, your spouses, your children. These people were purposely placed in your life. Okay, so understand this. This is indicative of the eternal battle between good and evil, the eternal battle between darkness and light. Now, I'm not saying that your loved ones don't love you, that they're not real people. Some have been so afflicted that they have ceased to be real people, because they have ceased to hold on to that which causes, you know, which causes them to be human, which is compassion, which is love. You know what I'm saying? Which is caring about other people. And so, but your loved ones, your family members, sometimes have been vessels, okay, for the enemy to specifically come and attack you. If you're the only empath in your family, then I know you know what I'm talking about. And then when you got out of that family situation, you ended up in relationships and friendships where people betrayed you and they hurt you beyond what you ever thought you could be hurt. These people were here for a purpose. Okay. Am I saying don't love your family members? You can love your family members, but sometimes you have to love them from a distance. But before we come to that conclusion, I want to talk about what I realized about long suffering. Okay. I got my little cheese here, you guys, to eat with my wine. I love these Baby Bell cheeses. It's really soft. It's so good. So anyway, you guys, let me read some of your comments. They lack heart. Exactly. They don't have, it's like they've been purged of all positive emotions, because you can give a narc all the love in the world, and at the moment they may be seeming to receive it, but all it takes is a simple an insult, which could only be saying the truth when they're trying to tell a lie. That will result in them purging anything positive that happened from them and seeing you as the enemy in all negative. So again, like I told y'all about the analogy of the bucket, their bucket does not hold the fruits of the spirit. Their bucket only holds the dense, heavy, negative energy that is, present in the 3D realm. Okay, so they cannot hold anything that comes from the spiritual realm, because they have purged themselves of anything spiritual that would resonate with it. Okay, so what I realized, you guys, about long suffering. You can love them, because if you're empathic in nature, you can't help but to love. It's who you are. It's what you are. It's what you do. And so you are not going to be able to purge yourself completely of love for these people. You can be purged, however, of the desire to want to love them, or the desire to want to be around them or to be near them, because I've had some narcissists that were so upsetting to me in my life, who have hurt me so deeply that You know, even though I still love them just as much as I did, the very thought of being around them, and I mean, when I'm around them, I am so upset. Like I literally cannot be around certain people because I just instantly, it's very upsetting because it's hard, because when you're around them, you don't feel like when you're an empath, you know, you're always, when you get around other human beings, there's a connection there. There's a flow, you know, of energy. There's an energy exchange. And some narcs are so devoid of anything, you know what I'm saying, of anything spiritual, that you don't get in an energy exchange from them. So some narcs that I get around, especially if I have had personal experiences with these people, and you know, I never got healed from it, because you know, a lot of times to heal from, I'm not saying that I didn't heal from it from them, because you have to learn how to heal without the apology that you thought you needed. You have to learn how to let go of all of that, because you're never going to get it from the narc. Okay, so what you have to do is come to an understanding of what happened, why it happened. You have to forgive yourself. You have to you know, you have to absolve yourself of any wrongdoing, because you have to understand that you were dealing with someone who is insane and who is emotionally bankrupt. Okay, so therefore you can't expect a logical situation or any logic or anything to make sense about what's going to happen. And you have to accept that what is going to happen if you're in a relationship with one, whether it be in whatever context the relationship is, you have to know going in, or you have to know right now, if you're in it and it hasn't ended yet, it's not going to end well, because the narcissist is not going to allow it to end well. I don't care how maturely, how peacefully you come, you know what I'm saying, how fair you try to be, they are going to do everything in their power to make it as painful for you as possible and as difficult for you. Okay, so they're going to try to of course cause you to hurt. They're going to try to mess up your finances. They're going to try to mess up anything that they can get their hands on. They're going to try to mess up your relationships with other people, with your family, with their family. If you're going through something, they've already been out. Even while you were together, they were out telling lies on you and painting this ugly picture of you to people. Basically telling people that everything that they're doing to you, they're telling people that you were doing it to them. Okay, so they've already got a lot of flying monkeys who are looking at you in this negative way. You know, I've been in relationships where the narc's family members had all kinds of stories to tell about me, and they had never even met me. And none of the stories they told were based in anything true. They were based in lies that the narc had been telling them about me, but they had never even met me. Okay, and so understand that your narcissist has never been on your side. They've been lying on you the whole time, to their coworkers, to their friends, to their family, your friends. So a lot of people probably think you're crazy. They think you're the narcissist. And so it takes a whole lot of self-love and self-respect to be able to just turn your back on their lies and untruths. You cannot waste your time defending yourself. Okay, because it's a waste of time. Like if something didn't happen and it's not true, what are you wasting your time? What are you even talking about? You know what I'm saying? You have to learn how to allow these people to stand alone in their delusions, because anytime you engage in any type of conversation about something that you both know is not true, or something that they're trying to say went down a completely different way that you know that it didn't, you're just being pulled into their world of insanity and misery. And it's going to be fruitless, but you're going to lose a whole lot of your own energy and life force in this circular conversation, where the only thing that's happening here is that they're upsetting you on purpose in order to extract your life force, to extract your energy. And at the end of the day, nothing is going to be resolved. You're not going to feel any better. You're going to feel 100 times worse. So after years, you know, after enough of having these types of pointless non-conversations with your narc, you were going to learn to just not engage at all, which is why every psychologist, you know, recommends going no contact with these people. Okay. But what you realize is when you get out of the relationship with the narcissist, you remember that you're beautiful. You remember that you're powerful. You remember that you have ambition, that you're creative, that you know how to make shit happen. Okay, you can get all of that back, and you're still worthy of everything that you had dreamt of having or being or doing. Okay, you have to remember that who you are, because this is why they were attracted to you to begin with. So once they get you, do not allow them to devalue you. Do not allow them to take away your accolades and your credentials and the knowledge and the wisdom that you have adorned yourself with. It will still be there when you cut their asses off, but it won't be there until you cut their asses off. You are still who you are at the core. I know it feels as if you have lost yourself because you've been running around like a chicken with your head cut off, trying to please this person who is insatiable, who cannot be pleased. You've been running around like a chicken with your head cut off, trying to fix all of these disasters and emergencies that they've been creating in your life. Okay, every time that they cause some sort of calamity or disaster, you go deeper into depression. Okay, and then just as you're about to, trying to get out and things feel like it's okay and it feels normal for a while, they create another one. So you're in this constant loop of trauma, stress, you know what I'm saying? Very heightened stress. And you never got to heal from the first shit that they did before they did the second and third and fourth. So don't ever let anyone tell you that you don't need to heal, because you have been damaged. And anyone who especially a woman who will say that you don't need to heal from being with a narcissist, from being abused at any level, they're probably a narcissist themselves, and they are in denial of their own feelings. Okay, the same way that any other narcissist is. Okay, because feelings matter. They're very significant. Feelings are emotions, which is the very power that we use to work our magic. Okay, so never let a narc teach you about narcissism, because they're going to tell you the very opposite of what you need to know. Okay, you have to cut them off and completely, because being an empath, we want to hope that after a while that they've come to their senses, that maybe they've learned something, maybe they really they've realized your worth, and that maybe they've decided that you're worth them trying to change, them trying to be better. Maybe they've decided that they're worth trying to change and be better for themselves. You just hope, you want to have this hope in these people. But I'm telling you, there have been a million narcissists who have given, a million empaths who have given a million chances to a million narcissists, and nothing has changed. Only thing that changed was that the empath was damaged even further. So anytime you put these people out of your lives and you let them back in, the damage that they're going to do to you each time is going to be worse and worse. Okay, and like I said, plenty of people have lost their lives to these demonically possessed, black-hearted, empty, cruel, evil representations of a lesser God. Okay, so I need you to know your worth, you guys. I need you to be more discerning about who you allow into your personal space, even to have a conversation, because vampires like to extract your energy through pointless conversations as well. Be very discerning about the energy that you are receiving in return for your divine essence that you are giving to other people. So they can call you a snob, they can call you bougie, they can call you stuck up. Be those things if you need to be those things in order to protect your light. You do not want to begin losing your light to these people who are just filled to the brim with darkness. And even if you give them your light, because I know a lot of empaths, you want to give away your light, and we don't mind giving it away if we see it illuminating another person. If we can see that if I give you my light, it's going to help you. You're going to get better. You're going to get stronger. You're going to get wiser. Okay, and this is why you've spent the time that you spent with and on and for the narcissist, because you had that hope. But I'm begging you, for your own sanity, for your own emotional well-being, let that go, because there are people out here that you actually can help, that you actually can love and receive love from. Okay, there's actually people that you can build up to be better, stronger, and wiser. And on the narcissist, you are wasting your time, because the whole time that you're trying to help them, they are fighting you. Okay, they're hurting you. They're insulting you. They're physically hurting you. They're emotionally hurting you. They're ignoring you. They're dismissing you. They're giving you a bad reputation out in the streets. They're talking about you to other people. They're lying on you, lying to you. They're disrespecting you. They simply do not deserve the divine essence that you were trying to give them. And the only way that you should ever give it to them is if they give you that first. And don't take an imitation. Okay, don't take these fake ass epiphanies and fake breakdowns and tears that they give you in order to manipulate you, because they're playing on your emotions, because they know you are an emotional being. Do not fall for that, and let them back into your lives, because the damage that they're going to do each time is going to be worse and worse. Okay. So I thank you guys for participating too. You know, I thank you for being interactive. I like, you know, to know that you guys are listening, that you're getting some out of it, that it resonates with you. You know what I'm saying? And also I'll be wanting to know what you guys think. By the way, I am live right now on Patreon and BadassWitch Exclusive. Okay. So this is going into the No Narc Network archives. But if you want to be part of the private groups, with the private live streams that we're going to be doing and the private support sessions that we're going to be doing, click the link in the description and subscribe to Oshun Ajay Exclusive. And again, we're on Patreon right now. Okay, so thank you to my patrons, and thank you to the future patrons that are going to be coming, and the people who are in here and listening, and definitely to my wrench gang. I love and appreciate you guys. So understand that the narc, you know, they'll discard anybody. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are, how powerful you are, how strong you are. None of those things matter. So when somebody, never let somebody make you feel bad if you don't want to stay in a relationship with a narcissist, because it's mostly narcissists who are going to say shit like, oh, she couldn't keep a man, because these are the people who expect that a woman should just subject herself to all sorts of abuse, neglect, and disrespect in order to just have and keep a man, in order to have a husband. Okay. No, I'm begging you to keep yourself, keep your light, because see, you can create whatever you want. You can have another man, you can have another husband. You know what I'm saying? You can have all of these relationships with healthy people. You do not want to keep holding on to these toxic people who keep showing you over and over and over and over again that they are not going to change. And the more that you accept it, you'll start to notice that their times of good behavior, because you know, some narcs, they can act, you know, keep the act going for, you know, several weeks or several months. But the more you keep taking them back, the less and less they're going to put on that act for you. So you know what I'm saying? If they've been back one day, they might start acting an asshole that very same day or the next day. Okay, so the time spans between their good behavior is going to get less and less, because they see that you're accepting their bad behavior. So why should I put on this good act? And it is an act. You know, why should I put on an act for this person who's accepting me as the damn diabolical, black-hearted, evil, cold, sadistic demon that I am? Why should they change? Why should they grow? I'm gonna tell you, the only thing that will cause a narcissist to actually, you know, and this is just a 50-50 chance that might even work, to cause them to grow or want to make any sort of change, is when they actually lose. Okay, and all they see you is as a supply. It's just like a car that needs gas. You're the gas for their car. That's all you are. Do they love that gas? No. If all the gas ran out of the car, no. What would they do? They would go and replace it, which is what narcissists do with you once they've ran out all of your gas. Once they've sucked out all of your light and your life force. Even if you're in a relationship with one now, I guarantee you they got another one waiting, because when they finish sucking you up, they're gonna, you know, they're gonna put that one back in that place, and they're gonna fill up their tank with that person's gas, that person's energy, that person's light and life force. So you have to understand and take your power back. You cannot include these people in your plans for the future. You cannot include them in your plans to escape the misery that you're in, because they are the misery. They comprise that dark cloud that is over your life right now. And all you got to do is move from up under it, and you'll realize that the sun is still shining, that your inner sun can still shine. Get that narc out of your way. They're blocking your light. Okay, let the light in you connect with the light of the sun and get that shadow, because that's all they are, is shadows of people. Get it out of your way, and your light is still there. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to look for your light. I'm gonna need you to make your light and having peace of mind be the most important goals in your life. Not money, not love, not a husband, not a relationship, not no financial status, not no social status, but peace in your mind. Because from a premise of peace of mind, you can create anything. But if you're creating from a mind that is in a heightened state of stress and turmoil all the time, then you're creating nothing but misery for yourselves. And I know that you're miserable. Okay? And that's why I'm here. But I can't help you if you don't take the advice. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard. It's the hardest thing that you're ever going to have to do. Okay? I am going to present you guys with I just decided that I'm going to make the revelation video. I'm gonna make it a different video, but I am gonna come right back when I'm done with this live stream. I am gonna come right back and do it because I want to kind of piggyback off of this with that, but I don't want to include it in this because I don't want to confuse anyone, and I want people to know that the message is clear that yes, you need to completely cut off that narc. And I know it's hard, and it might take some time, it might take some steps. It's going to take some time, but I want you to take the first step into doing it. Okay. I want you to take the first step into moving a little bit over, just scoot over a little bit and see, because the sun will begin to burst through that cloud. The sun will begin to burst through that shadow. Okay. And then the more when you feel that little bit of sun, you're going to want more. You're going to want yourself back. Okay. You're not going to keep holding on to that dark cloud when you see that it is only hurting you. It's not ever going to bring you any benefit, and it's not ever going to bring back that fake person that they acted like they were in order to get you. Okay. Your whole life, your whole world becomes brighter. You can't see it now because you're in the trenches and you're being attacked by these demons. Okay. And some of the most empathic people, you've been being attacked your whole lives because they're always around you, waiting for whichever family member or friend or whoever's close to you that is empty enough for that narcissistic demon to inhabit and to begin to try to put you down, to tear you down, what I'm saying, to break you down. And it's all mental and emotional. Okay. Even the physical part is mental and emotional. It's to bring you under control and to break you down mentally and emotionally. This is why your mother was a narc. This is why your father was one. This is why your brothers and sisters are narcissists. This is why your boss was a narcissist. Okay. This is why your friends, your best friends, turned out to be narcissists. The ones you thought that, was going to be, lifelong, you thought they would ride and die. These people at some point became a vessel for that narcissistic demon to come and destroy you. It was all about you. And if you're empathic, if you're only empath in your life, in your family, or one of few, this. You know that all your lives you've been surrounded and attacked by the narcissistic demon. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Welcome to the chat, Grandmaster Fee. Shout out to my wrench gang in the building. Okay. So if you are empathic in nature, you were most likely born into a family full of narcissists, and most of who are, they are downright demonic. Okay. Because angelic beings, earth angels, empaths are born into demonic families. Okay. Because in this realm, the darkness is what rules. And so you have been sent out as sheep among wolves. And so I invite you to look for one another. Your true family is the family of light. Okay. This is why you don't feel like you belong with your family. This is why your family doesn't understand you. This is why they're not like you. Your family is those who resonate on the same frequency as you, and empathic, angelic earth angels resonate at a very high vibration. And you need to find those people of like light. Okay. My best friend that I lost at the age of 16, she was one of the most powerful empaths that I have ever known. And at the time, I didn't even know what an empath was, but what I did know was that I could see a halo around her. We went to a school that had over 3,000 students, and she could be a half mile down the hallway away from me. And I knew where she was because I could literally see her halo. Okay. If you separate yourself from that dark cloud in your life, from that shadow in your life that is blocking your sun from connecting with your sun, we want this sun to connect with the sun within you. Okay. And they're blocking it. If you remove them, you will be able to see your own halo. Others will be able to see your halo. And it's not about seeing a halo. It's about having a halo, because the halo is the energy, the love force that you can use to heal, to create, to manifest. Okay. to bless others. And this is what you want to this is what you want to be able to be looking for. This is what you want to be your goal. But you have to you have to begin with having peace of mind be your ultimate goal in life. Ultimate goal should be peace. Okay, not money, not any of that. See, the reason why you want money and you want social status, you want all of those things, is because you think it's going to bring you the fruits of the spirit, which are joy, which are peace. You know what I'm saying? Which is all of the things where you're able to sit and feel completely safe and secure. You know what I'm saying? In your world, because everything in that world is conforming to your wishes, to your desires, okay? To protect and provide for you. This is where you want to be. And the reason why you've been under attack all of your life is because you're a very special, high vibrating, empathic, angelic being. And I need you guys to wake up and remember who you are. You know who you are. You know that no one else loves like you. No one else is as generous as you. No one else is as selfless as you are. No one else feels for other people the way that you do, because empathic, angelic beings see through the eyes of God. We feel with the hearts of God. We touch you with the hands of God. And if you are one of those angelic beings, I need you to remember yourself. You have to, you must get away from these dark shadows and these dark clouds. Okay? They are there for the sheer purpose of distracting you from your purpose and to cause you to forget and to never remember who and what you are and what your purpose is here. I know you know that you have one. Okay? If this message is for you, it is resonating with you, whether you're looking at me right now or you're looking at me right now. Okay? So, you know, there's going to be a time between you and your narc where you're just going to need to just be still, because you're going to have to sit there and you're going to have to accept the fact that, yes, this has happened to me. There are people that are this cold and black-hearted and sadistic and evil. Yes, you have encountered the devil incarnate. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. If you was waiting for confirmation, this is it. You have encountered the devil incarnate, but they have not destroyed you. Okay? Not completely. I know it may feel that way, but they have not. Okay? They don't have the power to destroy you. Okay? And so what you need to do is get to be still. Okay? Connect back to the source. Because if you don't go within to get that power replenished, you're going to go without. If you do not go within, you go without. So be still and go within yourself and connect to the source. Okay? Invoke your ancestors, because you are your ancestors, and they will replenish you with energy. They will protect, provide, and bless you. Okay? So reach out to those as your first line of defense. Okay? And allow yourself to be replenished, because when you begin to fill yourself back up with your light, all of your childhood memories of when you used to love to dance and sing, when you believed in love, when you couldn't wait to love somebody, those things, those feelings will come back. Your old self is going to begin to fill yourself back up, because it's who you are. It was never an act, it's who you are. So it's when you begin to remove these people from your lives and you stop letting them suck out your life force and allow yourself to be replenished by spirit. Go around positive people and people who love you, people who are giving you love in return, and allow these people to adore you. Allow yourselves to be replenished and learn from what you've been through, so that you never go through it again. And then share what you've been through to keep others from going through it, to help others who are going through it. Remember yourself. Remember your purpose. Straighten your crown, because they chose you for your divinity, for your light, for your beauty, for your ambition, for your power. They chose you because of that. And their whole goal for being there was to rob you of that power. And so I invite you to reclaim your power. Okay? And you may not be able to do it today. You know, I hope that I'm inspiring you to at least begin in your mind to start planning your escape. Okay? Because you know you're going to have to be cunning. You're going to have to be very tricky. And you're going to have to be smart. So join us in the No Narc Network, okay? And we'll give you some ideas. We'll give you some inspiration. We'll give you some of our love and our light and our power, okay? Join us, because this is an army, okay? We are at war, you guys, and this is why your narcs are triggered. This is why they're acting worse than ever right now at this time. This is why I'm here right now at this time. I know what's going on. I know what you're going through, okay? I know what you've been through even recently. In this past week, I know what you've been through, and that's why I'm here. So join us in the No Narc Network, because this is a movement. This is a movement. It is not just a group. We're not going to sit around and be sad, crying, and tearing. You know, we're going to tell our stories to get it out, because it's therapeutic, to show other people that they're not the only ones who've been through this. But we're also going to map out that crystal brick road that is going to lead you out, okay, and into those higher realms where you belong, where you descended from to begin with. See, I'm not going to go that deeply into it, because I'm going to go into it in my next video, which is going to be about long suffering. But I wanted you guys to remember who you are and to know who you are at your core. You are empathic, angelic beings, and this is why you are the main target of narcissists, no matter where you go. Okay, so remember that. And in the group, I am going to go in and I'm going to do some guided meditations to help you guys remember that, to help you go down into the Akash, which is the records for everything that has ever happened in the universe, and the records of your own personal soul and soul story. We're going to go there. Okay, we're going to do a lot of things that help us replenish our feminine, our divine feminine, divine power. Okay, to get it back and to be able to use it to help ourselves and to help one another and other people. This is what we're going to do. I'm preparing you guys to go out and be fishers of men. But first, we have to heal ourselves. Okay, so don't ever let anyone tell you that you don't need to be healed when you know for a fact that you've been damaged. Okay, understand that those people are narcissistic in nature themselves, whether it's a woman or a man. Okay, they are in denial of their feelings, which is why they don't think that they need to tend to them. So let me read some of your comments, you guys. I'm talking to all of you guys. Okay, Angela. If you have something specific, though, that you definitely want to talk to me about, besides what I have coming for you, you can definitely email me, or if you want to talk about it in here, you want to bring it up, you know, we can talk about it. Yes, the Akashic records is where you're going to have to go to be able to heal. This is where the narc needs to go in order to heal themselves. The thing is, a narc has to participate in their own healing, and they're not interested in participating. They won't even face the fact that they need to be healed. Okay, but we're going to go down into the Akash to remember who you are, because see, that's what I've been doing. You know, I would say these ever since this past spring equinox. I've been remembering who I am. You know what I'm saying? Remembering my other lives. You know, and I don't want to say past lives. Some of them are past. One of my ancestors that I really have connected with, who I am, that's a past life. But some of my other lives are parallel, running right alongside this one as we speak. And they are all part of the Akash, the Akashic records, which is, like I said, the records of the universe, of the soul of the universe, all the way back to the beginning of time. And you've always existed, and you always will. If, in fact, you identify with yourself as being a soul, a spirit, because your true identity is your spirit. And this is why you have not been damaged beyond repair. Okay? What has been damaged is your ego, your psyche, your emotional body, you know, a lot of things, all these things are connected to being in the 3D. At your very core, in your soul, you are still just as perfect as you were before you separated from the Most High. Because the separation is an illusion. Okay? So when you realize and remember who you are, you bring it all back together, you remember, you put it back together, then you realize that you are fine. You are perfect the way that you are. It's just they've caused you forget. They've caused you to forget who you are. They've caused you, they've distracted you. Okay, they've distracted you from your purpose here. But once you realize your light, once you remember who you are, you will be dynamic on setting back out and fulfilling your purpose, because that is the goal of life: peace of mind, and then purpose fulfillment. This is the only way that you have that true joy, that is a true fruit of the spirit, that true happiness, that true contentment, that is a true fruit of the spirit, when you know for a fact that you know your purpose and you are fulfilling your purpose. Okay, so I want you guys to get familiar with the term purpose fulfillment, because we're going to talk a lot about it in the No Narc Network. Okay, so yeah, guys, I just wanted you guys to remind you guys, like I said, that some of the most beautiful people, because I don't really want to leave the men out, but I promise you my goal is women's empowerment. And if you need to hear it from a man, go listen to Quinn over at Associates Direct, because he's amazing. Okay, he's the type of man that women need to be looking forward to marry. Okay. Shout out to Quinn. Okay. But anyway, you guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna come back within 30 minutes, and I say it all the time, but I promise y'all I will be back, because it's important to me that y'all get my you understand what I realized about long suffering, because it's been one of the fruits of the spirit that I've had the hardest time accepting, that that's something that's beneficial, that's something that is a fruit of the spirit. But I've been with my ancestors. I've had some revelations, and even though I haven't completely collapsed upon a conclusion about this, I do have a deeper understanding of it. Long suffering, especially pertaining to dealing with narcissists. Now, I'm kind of thinking that maybe I'm going to go and do this in the group. I think, you know what, you guys, I think I'm going to do the long suffering video in the group, because like I said, the reason why I made the group private is because y'all know the haters are always watching, and narcs are watching. Okay. And so any narcissist that hears empaths talking about their emotional experiences and what we go through and all of that, what they're instantly going to do, because they can't relate to it. They don't have emotions. They don't have, well, they only have emotions related to themselves, but they don't have compassion. They don't have the things that we have. And so they don't have any frame of reference to come from. So all they can do is judge you, right? And so they're going to look at you and be like, oh, they're emotionally unstable. They're mentally unstable. Okay. And when in fact it's the exact other way around. You know what I'm saying? They are the ones who are they're emotionally and mentally ungrounded, unfounded. They are empty. They're bankrupt. They are the ones who are dysfunctional. Okay, so we need to give them back their dysfunctions. Okay, and to stop accepting their their twisted, negative opinions and views of us, because at the end of the day, in the spiritual realm, you already know that you're better than they are. You're better than them. You're a better person. You're more like God. You're more God-like. You're more generous. You're more giving. You're more thoughtful. You know what I'm saying? You empathic towards other people. You care for other people. These people are absolute assholes. They don't care about anybody but themselves. Okay? And they are capable of doing anything to hurt other people. They are capable of literally taking your life or torturing you to death. They're capable of anything, because there is nothing in there that makes them, connect with your pain, that makes them understand or empathize with your pain. And the deeper that you allow that to sink in, the easier it will be for you to cut their asses off, because you need to understand that this person is your enemy. They are not your friend, your lover. They're not who you think they are. They are here to destroy you. Okay. And the way you know is the way they treat you, because how they treat you is how they feel about you, period. Okay. So I'm going to leave you guys with that for this. If there's anything you guys need clarity on, if you want to go deeper on something that I mentioned in this, definitely you can leave a message in the under the video. Email me at badasswitches@gmail.com, or if you're part of the group or you wanted something pertaining to the No Narc Network, email me at goddess111, that's GODESS 111 at gmail.com, and you can leave me any emails or any videos that you'd like to add to the group. And I am inviting you guys to tell your stories, to share your experiences, whether you're in the relationship, whether you've gotten out, whether it's your mother, whether it's your no matter what capacity you have a narc in your life, someone can benefit from hearing your story. Okay. And so I'm inviting you guys to send me videos to post in the group, to help others. I hope you guys that are in the group are already checking out some of the videos and stuff that are in there. And I put them in there so that you can hear some other people's experiences, just so you know that you're not the only one. And this is an epidemic. And, a lot of people who are empathic in nature are going through the same things that you have been through, or that you might possibly be going through right now. Okay. The email address, the goddess111, Jeanette, is for the No Narc Network group. So if you, like I said, if you have any questions pertaining to that, if you want me to discuss anything pertaining to the group, send your emails to that email. And if you have any videos, because like I said, I'm encouraging people to upload their own stories, to tell, their own videos and everything. And we're also going to talk about them in the live stream. But I encourage you to, share with the group anything that you think might be beneficial, either for you to talk about for the therapy of it, and also, to help other people to hear, some of your stories. Okay. So I already have some stuff up in there. And like I said, I'm encouraging you guys. So anything that you want to add to the group, or you want to talk to me about pertaining to the group, the email is GODESS111 at gmail.com. Okay. And so I'm going to think about it, you guys, whether I'm going to do long suffering on YouTube or in the group. But either way, I will be back. Okay. I'm going to come back. Give me about a half hour and I'll come back and we'll talk more. Okay. So if there's anything y'all guys want me to touch on, or if you want to talk about, just shoot me an email at either one of those emails. And until we meet again, my people, keep it classy, keep it clean, and do what you got to do to make shit happen. Peace. So the link to Oshun Ajay Exclusive is in the description box. If it's not, it will be. And Oshun Ajay Exclusive and BadassWitch Exclusive, you can join the No Narc Network on either site. Okay. So I'm really encouraging you guys to join me. We are going to be doing some great things over there, making some great connections and making some great advancements, okay, spiritually together. So give me about a half hour, you guys. I encourage y'all to go get y'all some wine. This is Peach Pie Wine by Oliver Winery. And I'm doing my little unwind with Oshun Ajay right now. But no, this is an apple wine with peach flavors. And I was eating my little Baby Bell cheeses, which I love these. But I'm going to go and make a couple phone calls and return a couple of emails, you guys. And I will be back. What time is it here? 4:39. I will be back by 5:30 at the latest. Okay. So until we meet again, keep it classy, keep it clean, and do what you got to do to make shit happen.